So summer's officially over, autumn is officially here, which means the weather's going to get wet and windy, and in a few weeks' time the clocks go back. It'll be too dark to do anything in the evenings, which means no more working on bikes outside. But I still have some work to do out here, and that's dig up the yard and relay all the concrete to get rid of this puddle that's been here for the last 10 years. So my usual tool for digging up concrete and drilling holes and knocking down walls is this Parkside hammer action drill. It's got SDS chuck on it, got hammer only, hammer and rotate only. I've had it for 10 years. It's been really good. Only issue I've had with it is when it gets dusty, the power switch there tends to stick a little bit, but blow out with the airline, you're fine. But it's been really good. But because of the amount of work I'm going to be doing out in the yard, I thought I'd go out to Lidl's and buy the new one because they actually had them on offer for $44.99. But when I got down there, I had a change of mind. I bought one of these instead. Same price, £44 and 99 pence, and it was right next to the other drills, so I could compare features. Now, I've never owned the Parkside one before, but I have owned them many years ago. I think I had a Power Devil one about 25 years ago and a B&Q one, Pro Plus or whatever their own brand was called at the time. So I know from experience that these are much better for breaking up concrete and cement and walls and block work because of the way they work, which I'll explain in a minute. So let's unbox it. Okay, so I've saved you the pain of watching me unbox it. The only thing I will point out is make sure there's a cable tie on top of the box so you know nothing is missing from it. Usual instruction manual for Parkside tools, multiple languages. This one actually goes up to 22 in English, which is quite impressive. We've got 2 chisel bits, one flat, one pointy, 3 drill bits, 18, 16 and 12. Depth gauge, which goes in there on the handle. Always recommend to use these with the handles. You've also got Jacob's chuck with a key. Remembering this is an SDS drill bit, so if you want to use normal drill bits, you've got to use a normal chuck. And grease and a spanner for an angle grinder, which is a bit odd. Now, the reason you need the grease in the tool is because the gearbox on this type of hammer action drill operates differently from a normal hammer action drill. You've actually got a separate gear in there for providing rotary motion for the chuck, and a separate gear for providing reciprocating motion via kind of a conrod assembly for the hammer action, and that's what needs to be greased. Whereas on your basic drill, this one included, you have like a disc with a series of ramps on it that's attached to the output shaft of the electric motor, and when it's engaged via a clutch, it presses on another disc on the chuck assembly, and it pushes it in and out. Disengage that clutch, you just get normal rotating motion. On this type of drill, you've actually got either a rotating hammer or just hammer on its own, but it's still using that kind of basic hammer function for chiseling. Whereas on this one, it's actually purpose built for one or the other or both. Okay, feature wise it's very similar to the other drill. It's got variable speed there, on and off trigger there. This is your selector for this hammer and drill there, drill on its own there, and then hammer on its own there. That setting there allows you to rotate the chuck when you've got a chisel bit in there to get in kind of the right position. If you ever get a chisel stuck, never stick it to rotate to try and get it free because it'll snap your wrists. Mains cable is the same high quality as the other one. The only thing it hasn't got is reverse on it, whereas this one has got the ability to reverse the direction of the chuck. Now, I did a bit of research on these because, as we know, Parkside like to change their model ranges over time, and the earlier version of these only rated at 1,500 watts. This is 1,550 watts. So I don't know if this is their kind of spinal tap version, but I guess we'll find out. Okay, so as I said earlier, I've owned this for 10 years and I've had a lot of use out of it. I mean, look at the condition it's in. If this lasts 10 years, then great. If it doesn't, $44.99, that's cheaper than hiring one for a weekend. So even if it lasts a couple of years, I've had my money's worth out of it. So with that, I hope that was useful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing if you have done. Much appreciated. Take care. I'll see you all again soon.